Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you next Thursday. As you can see, things get busy. Okay. We want to play this before we want to play this because this sum up everything.
Oh, January, why you want to take all our news? No, man, enough for you, no, man, January. Since the month start, Trump get impeached. World War III. Man a kill woman and a kill themselves. Girl dance on her head, tap on her neck. Girl jump on her broke.
Gosh, man. All right, we have to start it over. It's too important to start this, so. All right, sir. At this, we can't take. All right, see you now.
Oh, January, why you want to take all our news? No, man, enough for you, no, man, January. Since the month start, Trump get impeached. World War III. Man a kill woman and a kill themselves. Girl dance on her head, tap on her neck. Girl jump on her, broke her neck, kill her. Australia abandoned. People from CMU now stop rob and thief money. Dopey a float in a tree top and mobile say them come to kill scammer. Taxi man lit down police off a tree. Teacher get shot and kill a Rockford. State of emergency in East Kingston. Kobe Bryant dead. Coronavirus come to kill we. And when you think you've seen it all, earthquake just got Jamaica. Me say for about 5 minutes the whole of Jamaica shake up. Why? Move around. Yo, January, big man thing. You can't give the rest of the month them a chance. January, make us see February, no? Want to March and April and May and June and June.
Yeah, this is a Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you. As you hear the version I talk a while ago on a clip there about the amount of things will happen since the year start, especially this week. Now, it's usually me talk about this hurricane again. That's our hurricane, earthquake. Because everybody by now feel it, and those in a center, in a Montego Bay, actually fell 2 more the day after. So that is really still news. You understand? But it's just amazing that so much things are going in a week in a Jamaica. We have the coronavirus where them say I come from China. Is a new strain of this virus. You know, that virus is around long time. And all we know say it around long time. Lysol have it pan them tin. For those of you who don't even know, Lysol have this virus pan them tin, saying that it helps to kill the virus. But here where them I tell you now, say, them I tell you say the one way, not me, because I'm not used to coronavirus, and the first me hear about it. Since me hear about China. Because they are busy with the chickpea and then we hear about dengue. Now we have to go to work with Corolla disease. Now, the Corolla disease, where them claim say come from China, you see them start say really them just find out say this strain develop in Africa, you know. Them people are wicked, you know. Them will tell you that. Them will start to tell you now, say, you know, like the African bees, what am I telling you about? A Brazilian bees come from, you know, what the African bees. You saw them tell you, say, oh, we just find out, say, this strain of this Corolla this virus come from Africa. I don't put it cross them, just like I don't put it cross them, say, it's only 100 people dead in a China. I don't believe them. I don't believe these politicians. Politicians tell lie when it suit them. Now, my question is this now. What is it that is in Lysol that kills the Corolla virus when you spray it in your house? And the question to the Ministry of Health, which I should have really get somebody from the Ministry of Health to tell me, can this Lysol, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Lysol is a spray that you spray. Everybody know the name Lysol. Everybody go through that. It kills bacteria in your house. Well, the Corolla virus, them say sometimes it's in your house. And this Lysol, which is not an advertisement, but I have to call the name, this Lysol helps to kill that bacteria. But these people is coming now and say, yeah, we know say Lysol kill Corolla virus, but the one we're coming now, them have to go find a new something to kill that one, yeah. So the Australians is now duplicating the virus and is now trying to find an antidote that can get rid of the virus. Now we hear that argument already with the mosquito business, you know. We hear that argument with the Zik V, Chick V, all of them come up right up. We hear that argument already. We hear the argument with the Ebola. We hear the argument with AIDS. All of these things. It's them creating these diseases. And I don't into superstition and I don't into no conspiracy, you know. But given the precedent that was set for years now, and I'm following it, I'm saying, how come I don't hear the ministers, the minister talking about that, even tell the people them say, look here, you see the Lysol, I mean, maybe don't want to advertise it. Well, it's gone bad now because I advertise it. Maybe the Lysol can help your hands and your things in your bath, because if him say water, them say wash your hand with water. Okay? If you have a thing in there we're selling in your supermarket, you can't get rid of Corolla virus, whether it's a new strain or not, but it said can't get rid of Corolla virus. Nobody is saying the water in your kitchen will prevent you from getting it, because you cannot shake a man hand. You understand? Like how Nicholas will look for me, you know. He cannot look for me and me I get the virus said we here. So we are telling the people them say something is going on with them not telling the people them, and I don't think this government know what is going on. I don't think Mr. Tufton know what is happening, because this thing is bigger than him. It's bigger than him. It's not no ordinary virus where it just spring up. All of a sudden it just spring up, so. It not just spring up. But say it transfer from animals. They might make it transfer from animal in this little town, which is not even a little town too, because the population of that town is what? 3 years, is 6 times. Not 6 times, 5 times the population of Jamaica. So you talk about over 11 million people in this area alone. And them corner off, them lock down the whole 11 million people. Nobody can come out and go into the city. That now, them are evacuate people out of the country. Now, one to the people, them were there all the while. We are travel all over the world. One to the Chinese, them were there travel all the while. It's now them are find it out, you know, because it a kill people now. But all them don't know, say, a strain of that is not inside a certain Chinese already, who's in Germany, Spain, Jamaica, all of these places. We don't know that. Because we can't go test everybody. We can't go test everybody. That's the first thing. All we have to do is wait till one of them drop down dead. And then we carry them, go to the autopsy, go here and say, you know, says this strain, this new strain. Them keep saying new strain, you know, because they want to sell the people that. It's not no new strain, it's the same virus. It's just that because it kill people, you know, they might say, it's a new strain because the other one wasn't killing nobody. If the other one was killing nobody, that means, you know, from your wash your hand, you're all right. What is it that is in this new strain that is multiplying itself? These people want you to believe all these things, and I don't believe them. I don't believe them. I don't believe the China people them. I don't believe them government, because them is known to keep secret from people. Click it. Click it.
Good afternoon, I'm Danique Weston with the local and international headlines. Chief Executive Officer of the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, Andrew Winter, is imploring justices of the peace, JPs, to be vigilant when certifying passport documents. Mr. Winter says JPs play an important role with PICA in maintaining the integrity of the Jamaican passport system. He notes that in the past, JPs have been reported to the Minister of Justice and even prosecuted for falsely declaring to know persons of questionable character. Mr. Winter points out that the misuse of the JP's seal can result in serious consequences, such as a fine of up to $500,000 or even imprisonment. Some 27 youths from inner city communities in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, were recently certified under the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization Empowerment of At-Risk Youth Program. The project aims to equip young women with the required skills and certification to become entrepreneurs and ultimately economically independent. Certification qualifies the graduates to work in the beauty services industry. The 4-month training program was implemented in collaboration with the Heart Trust NTA College of Beauty Services. The project has 2 components: cosmetology training for young women and a literacy program for young boys in children's homes. In news overseas, the United States has reported its first confirmed case of person-to-person spread of the Wuhan coronavirus. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says this is the second case of the virus in Illinois. This second person is a Chicago resident and the spouse of the first confirmed travel-associated case in the state. The second patient did not travel to China. Mainland China now has a total of 8,137 confirmed cases of the novel coronavirus, including 171 deaths. Finally, South Africans in Wuhan, the epicenter of the novel coronavirus outbreak, have expressed frustration about their government's lack of evacuation plans from the city. Nearly 60 million people are under partial or full lockdowns in cities in China as the virus continues to spread across Asia and the rest of the world. At least 171 people have died and more than 8,000 cases have been confirmed since the outbreak began in December. Several countries, including the US and Japan, have flown hundreds of their citizens out of the city. South African nationals in China have said the authorities in South Africa and its embassy in Beijing have not provided support or information about plans to repatriate them. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is next at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I'm Janique Weston.
Good afternoon, I'm Roger Haspel with IRFM Sports on the ball. So second place Mount Pleasant will go after closing the gap on leaders Waterhouse this afternoon when they play away to the resurging Tivoli Gardens in today's match day 25 in the Registrar Premier League. It starts at 3 o'clock at Edward Seaga Stadium. Mount Pleasant on 41 points and winless in their last 3 matches will move to within 2 points of the leaders with a win over Tivoli. were unbeaten in their last 5 matches. That includes 3 wins as they seek to move into the playoff group. Champions Portmore United in 3rd place on 39 points, go in search of a 4th straight win to put some daylight between themselves and Humberland, and they take on 5th place Dunbeholden at the Royal Lakes Complex, also at 3. Humberland, going for back-to-back wins, will take on 8th place Cavalier at Effortville Community Centre at 5 o'clock. UWIFC, now in the relegation zone, will host 6th place Arnett Gardens, who are on 35 points, at the Huey Mona Bowl at 5. The Battle of the Strugglers will be at the Constant Spring Field at 3 o'clock, where 10th place Bonanza United face bottom of the table Very United. 12 teams from across the island will participate in the National Basketball League Super 12, with tips off on Saturday at the National Arena starting at 3:30. The teams are St. George's Slayers, Huey Running Rebels, Portmore Flames, Spanish Town Spartans, Raytown Raptures, Tivoli Wizards, Upper Room Eagles, Urban Knights, Montego Bay Knights, Falmouth Saints, Pembroke Hall Warriors and Central Celtics. The clubs are drawn from 6 parishes, and all 12 teams will participate in an opening parade, after which there will be a doubleheader featuring Huey Running Rebels against Montego Bay CC Knights. This will be followed by the defending champion St. George's Slayers going up against Falmouth Saints. After 3 months of elimination at the regional conference level, the top teams have emerged at the Super 12 phase of the competition. Finally, Jamaica Rifle Shooting Team delivered a commendable performance at the Florida State Practical Shooting Association Championships, which were held recently in Frostroof, USA. Contending in Pool A, a pool of close to 250 entrants, mostly from North and South America. The Jamaicans won prizes in every division they contested. At the head of the pack was Lescar Murdoch, who won the highly competitive Open Division. He secured 1,426 points to top the category, which was contested by 68 shooters. Rory Wilson and Dwayne Samuels placed 26th and 38th respectively. Dan Richards racked up 1,121 points to win the A class of the production division and placed 4th overall. Chris Nunez placed 15th and was 4th in the B class. Sanjay Wells, who made 805 points, finished 20th place and was 2nd in Class C, while team captain Paul Chikera was 22nd with 778 points. In the limited division, Ryan Bramwell earned 1,239 points to take 2nd place in the A class and finished 5th overall in a field of 49 competitors. The shooters are now looking forward to the Florida Open Pistol Tournament in February, as well as the highly anticipated USPSA Area 6 Championships also in Florida. From the IRFM Sports Desk, I'm Roger Hasfall.
Peterkins Investments Limited, Short Lane Auto Race, now offering a wide range of new and used auto parts for all make vehicles, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Ford, Nissan, Toyota, and much more. We source your hard-to-get auto items comprehensively. Peterkins Investment Limited, almost always, yes, we have it, 974-5294 or 2094.
Yeah, this is the Steppin razor. When you upon this Lysol thing, yeah. Because the man saying, come give me a muta, you have to mention this on the radio. So, the voice of the people, I just echo where the people them are saying at them levels. For those of you who don't know what we are talking about. We are talking about the corona virus, where them claim say a new strain of this virus just spring up. In other words, the virus is dead already. But there's a new strain now, and this new strain is supposed to be killing off people rapidly, and now the whole world is panicking. You know, people are sending back for them diplomats, people, this whole town with 11 million people get locked down. People are skeptical if you come from China. Now you try to figure out if you really talk to a Chinaman again, especially if you know them just a come because at the new year, you know, the year of the rat. So people are going to China and come from China regular. You have diplomats, you have people here, so we are work in a Jamaica. You have Chinese, we have got China, executives, and I come back, go and come. You have students up there and all them things there. Me want to find out this Lysol thing where say it kill over 100 illness-causing germs. It kill over I have one in front of me, I say it kill over 100 illness-causing germs. And this Lysol is made in America. America, it make you know. this Lysol thing I'm making in America, you know. And one of the things that them list where it kill is Corolla disease. Them tell we say, all right, if you look at them and say, then how it kill Corolla disease and everybody are fret. Right? They will tell you, say, boy, it's a new strain. And that trick that them use now, you know, the new strain now. So this Lysol is null and void now. See? They have to go invent now. Which the Australian them claim to them do. The Australian them now duplicate the new strain and is now saying them go and find an antidote or a cure for this new strain. I look at the history of the mosquito them we are going about the place now. It's that the American them they do. The American them see this mosquito and them, hey, by the way, the Singapore people them do it, you know. Them create a mosquito for destroy the other mosquito them. And the mosquito where them disclaim start of another disease. It's weird, you know. This is not conspiracy theory, you know. The mosquito where them create to kill the mosquito them where they have a ZV. What are the one that kill the whole heap of people that are ZV gonorrhea? What the one name? Chicken gonorrhea, yeah. This one was killing people, you know. And them do all right. Up at the university, them are experiment with it, you know. The mosquito, you didn't know? Yes, them are experiment to create a mosquito that can get rid of the dengue mosquito. And when we look at the history of the thing, me say, when them create the mosquito there, even if the mosquito wipe out the other one, the same mosquito now develop another disease. You know, see? So, I don't hear the minister of health talk about the Lysol thing, because maybe them don't even know, say, it depends on the thing. Maybe them don't even know, say, but really, it's a kill, it's a good thing to spray. For the things, I'm like, I not spray it at my house, you know. This Lysol thing, I not spray it at my house. But I know, say, if this is the formula for getting or alleviating, well, maybe not getting rid of, but alleviating the problem of the less chance of catching the disease then. Why is it them don't come out and say, well, you see this one now? This one is null and void. This Lysol thing is null and void. Because man like me now, who somebody send me it and now somebody go send it and it'll go around, viral, it'll go viral. Because people are going to say, I don't believe that, Rasta, but it depends on the tin. It depends on the tin. All right. Me know say it depends on the tin because I have one in front of me. It depends on the tin. All right. So, if me see this on the tin, I mean hear about, what them call it? Corolla. It's like a car. Corolla virus. Me ever want to buy a Lysol, but it's not easy. Listen up, Cash Pot Special Pot Draw up next. We're going to come off of this Lysol thing. The only thing I really want to say to the Ministry of Health, if there is something named Lysol that will help to alleviate the problems that we have, why is it that it is not recommended? Is it because it's a private company or them don't know about it? Because,
She said recommended.
Them recommend Lysol? Who, the government? Then the government. Are the government not talking to the people them? The people them don't know say Corolla disease upon it. And the government might don't know. So I say the government must recommend it to the people. The people they might know, but the government that is the vice. The vice. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about now me and you and them who know about it. I'm talking about the government who have the vice on the radio every day and say, wash your hands, this, that. I've never heard one of them saying, use Lysol, because Lysol is recommended to kill 100 different diseases. Wow. All right. We'll switch the subject straight to. I needed to know. Yeah. All right. We're switching the subject. Straight, weird, different, total different subject now. You know, there's a brethren who wrote a book about the Taki War. And he's calling it a war for a whole heap of reasons why I'm calling it a war. His name is Vincent Brown, Harvard University, Charles Warren, Professor of American History, Professor of African and African American Studies at Harvard University, founding director of History Design Studio, Transition Magazine editor, former Dunwake Associate Professor of American History. I can't read off all of them things that the program got done before I interview him. Anyway, I found it very interesting that him say we should call these things war rather than call it a revolt or an uprising. So we have on the line Professor Vincent Brown. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, I know you might not know, say, your words read so far that it catch me ears, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. But, you know, your words have reached me long ago. So I like to think that one of the reasons I'm interested in black history, became interested in Jamaican history, and especially the history of slave revolt or slave war, is because a lot of reggae musicians taught me black history that I wasn't learning in schools in the United States of America way back in the 1980s or so. So I want to thank you for that, and all the brethren that have kept black history alive through word and sound and the power of your music. You still there?
No, I said, where in America are you from?
I'm from San Diego, California.
Okay. All right, let's get into it here. So you wrote about Taki. Why you wrote about Taki specifically?
So one of the reasons I wrote about Taki's War is in part because, you know, when we study early America or colonial America in the United States, people think about the 13 colonies. They think about the 13 colonies in North America that broke off and formed the United States. But what most people don't know here is that Great Britain actually had 26 colonies in America. And by far, the most profitable, the most militarily significant, and the best politically connected of those colonies were in the Caribbean. And Jamaica was the richest. People say it was the richest, but actually I call it the most profitable because 90% of the population was enslaved, and most of the people were desperately poor. So it was a profitable colony, Britain's most profitable colony in the empire in 1776 when the 13 colonies in North America broke away. But Americans don't really think about it. They don't really know how central Jamaica was in that history of British Empire in America. So they can't really understand the British colonial system as it developed. And one of the major things they don't understand is how central slavery and the slave trade was to the development of the British Empire in America. So with Jamaica standing at the center of that empire, and Taki's revolt being the largest slave revolt in the 18th century British Empire before Sam Sharpe's Baptist War in 1831, Taki's revolt was the largest slave revolt in the British Empire. And it had all kinds of reverberations around the world, really, that people don't know much about. And so I wanted to write the story of that, in part to educate people who think about British colonial history as just being the prehistory of the United States and tell them it's much, much more.
All right.
And it should take its place. Sorry, go ahead.
You can give us a little idea where you think Taki came from, what part of Africa Taki came from?
So Taki's revolt was organized and led by Africans from the Gold Coast, roughly the area of West Africa that's now Ghana. Okay. Taki himself, we think, was a Ga speaker. Taki is a Ga term for a chieftain in West Africa on the Gold Coast. But there were many other leaders besides just Taki himself who also came from that region of the Gold Coast. And many of them might not have been Ga speakers. They might have been speakers of other Akan languages,
Yes.
around the area.
Yeah. And you know I would like his age. It's very
I don't
important.
know exactly his,
you don't know
I don't know
exactly.
exactly his age.
Okay. All right. So Taki revolt, war. How did it develop into the magnitude that it came to develop into in relationship to even reaching as far as Westmoreland? Let's say the war extended way to Westmoreland. How did it develop into this magnitude, this big war against the British?
Yeah. So I don't have to explain to you, and probably not to your audience, why I call it a war instead of a slave revolt. Because, as you know, slavery itself was war. And this was recognized by the people who were enslaved, and it was recognized and written down by people who had experienced slavery and then wrote about it, like the former slave Olaure Equiano, who was also known as Gustavus Vasa, who wrote one of the first narrative accounts of his enslavement in the English language, and then became an abolitionist and published his book in several editions in the late 18th century. He said, when you make men slaves, you compel them to live with you in a state of war. So already he was acknowledging that slavery itself was a state of war. And he wasn't just speaking metaphorically. He had been in Jamaica in the early 1770s, just after this turbulent period of the 1760s, which featured not only Taki's War, but several rebellions after that, in St. Mary and Westmoreland after Taki's revolt. Now, to come to your question of why it got so big, one of the things that was going on, one of the ways that Britain was able to take its place in the slave trade was by selling weapons, guns especially, into West Africa that increased the scale of African wars.
Oh, wait, say that again. Say that again, because that sounds like a modern day thing. Say that again. One of the ways that...
So Great Britain in the 18th century became a military empire. And they began to specialize in the making of munitions and guns. And they dramatically increased their sale of guns to West Africa. And so all of the small wars that were happening between different, you call them states, we could call them polities, in West Africa, increased in scale and in size. And one of the things that happened is when these West African states went to war, sometimes soldiers would get captured, enslaved.
Prisoner of war, POW.
Yeah. Sold to the Europeans. And then often those soldiers would regroup, sometimes even former enemies coming together because they spoke similar languages, or they worshiped similar gods, or they recognized similar kinds of political authority. And then they staged revolts against plantation society, which had the reverberations around the world. So what I'm saying is that one of the reasons why this war became of such magnitude in Jamaica, why Taki's revolt got so big, is because a lot of those people were soldiers. They had fought in wars in West Africa, and they regrouped, and then they fought wars against the planters in Jamaica in 1760 and 1761.
So in other words, they knew one another from Africa.
Yeah.
They knew one another from Africa then. All right, so Taki works out of St. Mary. And in working out of St. Mary, we now say St. Mary is one of the only thing really that a lot of people talk about when they say St. Mary in history is the Taki War.
Yeah.
All right, we know that there was a group of people, they call them Maroons. We don't really like call them Maroons still, but was Taki a part of the what we call the runaway slave, or was he just now organizing Africans to fight the British? Was he a Maroon, a runaway African?
So I try to look at Taki's revolt and the larger slave war that it started as part of a longer history of rebellion against slavery in the British Empire, but especially in Jamaica. And I'm going to come around to your question, but I want to be careful because what happened is the Maroons had fought a massive war against the British, especially in the late 1720s and through the 1730s. And they were so effective in their military campaigns against the British didn't know if they could keep the island as a colony, as a slave colony. And so they signed a treaty with what was called the Maroons at the time in 1739. And by that treaty, the Maroons were able to maintain their freedom and maintain their establishments, but they were required by treaty to then suppress future slave revolts. So in Taki's revolt, the Maroons at the time wound up fighting with the British to suppress that revolt. Now, not all of them did it in the same way. So one of the things I found is that the revolt spread out into Westmoreland. The Maroons of Trelawney Town helped to fight the rebels. The Maroons of Accompong Town did not. And so I speculate there that there was an alliance between one group of Maroons and the rebels, and not an alliance between the other groups of Maroons and the rebels. And I spend a lot of time in the book talking about the politics of alliance and affiliation among black people and among enslaved people.
It sound like the Buffalo Soldiers in America.
One could make that comparison.
Yeah, siding with the North to fight the Indians, the Native Americans, on one side, and then siding also now with America to fight the down south. They end up fighting in the Civil War.
I think it's a good analogy, because what it needs you to think about is black politics at the time.
Yes.
Right? How is it that black people thought they could maintain their own freedom, and what hard choices and compromises
what
they
have to do for state
to maintain their own freedom?
Yeah. So how Taki come into the mix of that now?
Okay, so in St. Mary, you had a relatively new cultivation and a lot of Africans coming in to cultivate new sugar plantations and things like that. So it was incredibly oppressive, and people were living short life expectancy, but also the military wasn't right there. And so there was an opportunity there during the 7 Years' War for an uprising. And Taki was the leader of the uprising in St. Mary, which started on the night of April 7th, the morning of April 8th, and went for a couple of weeks through April before it was finally suppressed by the militia, the army, the navy, and the Maroons who were allied with the British. But then there were other revolts all over the island. So we now are pretty sure that it was an island-wide revolt that only started in St. Mary's, but soon spread to Kingston, St. Thomas in the east, and Westmoreland. And then the Westmoreland Rebellion spread into St. Elizabeth and ended up finally all the way as far as Mile End in Clarendon, before it was suppressed not until the following year, early 1761. So the St. Mary part of the revolt, Taki's revolt, is only really the first phase of a much longer revolt that lasted months and months and months during the 7 Years' War between Britain, France, and Spain.
So because of that war, now, what could we say came out of that? Because of Taki's, the uprising that Taki led. Years after, even when he died, what was the result of that war? Because we know that it wasn't like it just got that way, like something must have come out of it for us to be still talking about Taki.
So the results are mixed, as the results of these kinds of rebellions always were. Right? The rebels did not earn their own freedom. About 500 were killed, and another 500 were exiled from the island, sent away, banished to other colonies. Many to what was then called British Honduras, which is now Belize, some to Virginia, some to what was then Saint Domingue, which became Haiti. So sent all over the place, some to Cuba, sent all over the place. But at the time, there were still many rebellions through the 1760s, so people remembered that rebellion and kept staging small rebellions, kind of aftershocks of Taki's revolt through the 1760s and into the 1770s, including a big conspiracy in 1776 at the beginning of what was called the American Revolution, but one could call it the Civil War in the British Empire. So there were reverberations of rebels who were inspired by Taki's revolt, who kept on rebelling through the 1760s, 1770s, and on even into the era of the Haitian Revolution. So that's one thing. At the same time, at the same time, some who were exiled who went to other places then rebelled where they found themselves. So there was a major slave rebellion in 1765 in what's now Belize, in British Honduras. And that was, we think, staged by some of those exiles who had taken part in Tacky's revolt, right?
All right.
Now, slaveholders around the world knew that this had happened, and so they tried to pass new taxes on the imports of Africans because they feared African rebels or Africans with military experience coming into their colonies. And so what we can say is the reverberations of Tacky's revolt seeded some of the first germs of anti-slave trade sentiment because people were afraid, kind of like immigration restrictions on Africans. People were afraid of what these Africans could do in their colonies, and so they began to turn against the slave trade. Now, this isn't the massive campaign against the slave trade that happened in Britain in the 1780s, but this is before that. These were some of the first stirrings of anti-slave trade sentiment in the British Empire when people began to fear the influence of Africans who may have been involved in Tacky's revolt.
And this was leading up to the Haitian Revolution.
Yeah. And so, I mean, as many people know, one of the leaders, early leaders of the Haitian Revolution, Boukman Dati, it's called, was from Jamaica, probably from St. Anne's, Jamaica.
Is there any connection between St. Mary, Boukman, and Tacky, or we don't study that yet?
So, like I say, the revolt was island-wide, so it didn't have to just be St. Mary for someone like Boukman to know about Tacky's revolt. One thing we know, and I have it in the book, is near the end of the slave trade, in the first decade of the 19th century, in about 1806, 1807, there was a little uprising on a plantation in St. Mary. And the slaveholder, plantation it was, rounded up all the ringleaders or so, and he interviewed them, he interrogated them, he probably tortured them. And he found out something important. He said, all of these brand new Africans who just came to the island in the last several months, all of them know about the slave revolts that happened in 1760 and 1765. Meaning, these people who had just come to Jamaica were learning the history of African revolt in Jamaica from other Africans in St. Mary Parish 40 years later. So that history continued on. People told it, each one to another. You kind of call it a pedagogy of the enslaved, right? Right, a kind of a popular education among enslaved people, telling new people who were enslaved what was possible in Jamaica. So that leads me to think that wherever Boukman came from, if he came from St. Anne, or if he came from St. Mary, if he had there, he had probably heard the experience of Tacky's revolt. He heard about African slave rebellion, and he carried that with him to San Domingue. So we know that these stories of Tacky's revolt traveled around the Caribbean and probably inspired into some of those rebels in San Domingue who led the Haitian Revolution.
That's very interesting, because I've always tried to find the link between Tacky and Boukman. Actually, well, and I'm going to say started, but was very inspirational into that revolution. But we have never heard about, well, what you just said a while ago, that they was actually exporting Africans outside of Jamaica because they were scared that what happened in the Tacky war would happen again. So them really decided to know somebody go all over the place. But Boukman, you say that Boukman might have been one of them who was exported.
So, yes, I can't prove a direct connection.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's very plausible that if in fact Boukman came from St. Anne, then he must have known about Tacky's revolt. He must have talked to other people who knew about it, maybe people who had lived through it even. And he carried that knowledge with him to San Domingue. And he wasn't alone. Lots of other enslaved people, lots of other black people, African people knew about these revolts and carried that knowledge with them to other colonies.
Yes.
And that was one of the things that people who began to think about eliminating the slave trade had to consider, which is what kind of security risk are these Africans when they come in?
Dealing with, all right. Can you tell us, tell the people, because you're talking to Jamaica now, how did Tacky died?
So,
according to what you found out.
We know from the news accounts at the time, the newspapers at the time, that, their revolt lasted a kind of hot couple of weeks in St. Mary. And they were pursued, the rebels were pursued by the militia, they were pursued by the army, and they were pursued by the Maroons. And finally, we think, we are told by the planters, that a Maroon Captain Davy was able to shoot Tacky, and another leader who was named Jamaica after the island. And that was essentially the end of the revolt in St. Mary. But of course, as I said, there was a much larger and much longer lasting revolt in Westmoreland that stretched out into St. Elizabeth, and that was led by other people.
I want to say the two persons, you say one shoot him and the other one named Jamaica, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, there was another leader that was named Jamaica after the island.
And what was the other person, the one you said that shot him?
Captain Davy.
Captain Davy.
Yeah.
He was part of the militia, he was part of the Maroon.
He was part of the Maroon force that was working alongside the army.
So they call him Captain. Okay, they call him Captain. All right. So, okay.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm trying to explore in the book is all of the kind of diplomatic alliances that didn't go the way you might expect, right? So one would hope, we would read this story and we would hope that all the black people would be together, right?
No,
one
I
always
believe
hopes
that.
for that.
Yeah.
But as it happened, like, black people were divided amongst themselves into many different groups, and the politics among black people was as important as the politics between black people and white people.
No, especially now.
So,
but we see that, we see that go right through the mark. We see that three-finger Jack. I don't know if you ever hear about three-finger Jack. I don't know if you ever heard about Paul Bogle, but that
so
go right through.
Three-finger Jack, he was a notorious rebel in the 1780s.
Love him.
And then, of course, Paul Bogle was in what they call the Moran Bay Rebellion in 1865.
All of these people was recaptured by seeing black people. Black people capture him.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway,
90% of the island were enslaved people.
Yeah.
And the British could not have maintained the island without finding some people, enslaved people and other black people, to work with them for some special favors and things like that, right? They couldn't have controlled it. So, you have to take seriously the alliances that the British make with other black people if you're going to explain how things work.
Yeah, like how this government make alliance with America now and China, so it's the same. That same thing regurgitated itself. We want to give thanks for your insight.
That way of thinking about it, thinking about this history of slavery in terms of international relations, in terms of geopolitics, right, is really important, because really, Tacky's revolt and the revolt in Westmoreland were wars within wars. So what was also going on at the time was the 7 Years' War between Britain and France and Spain. Right? And it turns out that even though historians of the 7 Years' War usually don't think much about Tacky's revolt, Tacky's revolt was one of the largest battles of the 7 Years' War. And many of the soldiers and sailors and Marines who fought in the more famous campaigns in Quebec and in Senegal or in Martinique and Guadeloupe, they came directly to Jamaica to suppress Tacky's revolt. For those soldiers, it was part of the 7 Years' War.
Yes, we understand that. All right, so your book is out. Where can we get the books? I mean, online, Amazon, obviously.
Sure, Harvard University Press has. I think it can be acquired through that. Amazon, of course. There'll be some copies in Jamaica soon. I'm going to be giving the Chief Tacky lecture on April 6th.
Where?
And hopefully that's going to be.
Where?
Hopefully that's going to be in Port Maria in St. Mary.
Oh yes. Tell us about that. St. Mary when? April when?
So my host is going to be the University of the West Indies.
Okay.
So we're either going to do that Chief Tacky lecture in Mona, or we're going to go ahead and do it in St. Mary.
St. Mary.
That hasn't been decided yet.
All right, looking forward to it then. Give thanks, Mr. Brown, Vincent Brown.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
All right, blessings to you and to your entire audience. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yes, that was very insightful there. Tacky, a revolt, the story of an Atlantic slave war. Vincent Brown, Wally Parker Lazier, founding director of History Design Studio, professor of African and African American Studies at Harvard University, former assistant professor of history former Charles Warren Center, postdoctoral fellow, former Duke University professor of History and African American Studies. His teachings and research interests includes the Atlantic Slavery, Caribbean History, American Revolution in the Atlantic, perspective, etc., etc., etc. We can't call all that the program I've done. Okay. Yes, Steppin Razor. Very insightful reason about Taki there. I remember Sleepy say, in his quest to make Taki, well, he was lobbying for Taki be a national hero. I don't know if him still do it, but he also said that the youth them should have followed Taki footstep. I never forget that. When I hear him say it, my mouth open wide. The minister was saying, he was the minister of national security at the time. You might want to know, Minister of Mining or something. I don't remember when is now. Eh? Sleepy me attack. You don't know when you're sleeping? Anyway, I was taken aback. I said, what? My boy, I said, we must follow, the young people must follow in Taki footstep. Him don't want the young people to follow in a Taki footstep, or he will never turn up in a parliament. It's just simple. You see, but you know, we are going to attack my hero still, you know. Yeah, man, attack my hero. And if you talk about another one, a bookman, people want to say bookman wasn't a real man. Just like what them say, Nanny wasn't a real woman too, you know. People always want to make our heroes into mythologies. And them have a whole heap of mythology where them can't come to grips with. There's a lot of mythology, like Noah and him son them and their wife in the ark, and then them come out and populate. It's ridiculous. In the time where them say Noah come out of the ark, to the time when them talk about the people them on the earth. It's where I go on. 4 man and 4 women on the earth. Them come out the ark after nearly 1 year them in the ark. And then them populate the earth. And then all of a sudden, in less than 500,000 years. Yeah? Millions of people upon the earth. You say, wait, it's what kind of rabbit breeding up and going so. You know? How people can believe them something like that, sir? And you have people, you have ones who conscious themselves from the Hamitic tribe, Hamitic people, you know, I mean, say, black people come from Ham, Japhet, Europeans come from Japhet, and Shem is the Shemitic people. So the 3 sons gay. So what I'm told the Chinese, who breed up and get the Chinese, you know, like the Mayan people, the Aboriginal people, which part all them come, you know what I mean, like Noah have a father there. I mean, how can people think these things? You know, and if you tell them, so you're famous, your hero now is really Taki. And Nanny and them people, them say, yeah. And people are telling about Noah and them 3 sons them, and how Ham uncover him father nakedness, and God curse him son Canaan, and Canaan shall be a slave in the tents of Shem. All these talk, you know, these 8 people up on the earth, and the man put like 7 all clean animals in the ark. 2 animals appear of every animal, and 7 clean animals in the ark. And them lock up in an ark with 1 door and one window, and it lock up. And the elephant them in there, tiger in there, we carnivorous. We look at all the rabbit them and yam them up. Elephant that stand up and turtle. All these things, you know what I mean? Like, oh, people believe them thing there. 500-foot boat, all appear of every animal with upon the earth, and 7 clean animals. And you have people with dead for them talking there, them argument there, you know. You know, them take a census, you know, today, what them call it, what the newspaper name today, USA Today. You say today, find out, say, the majority of American people believe that Joan of Arc is Noah's wife. You know Joan of Arc? She was a French woman, a young girl who fight and was burned to the stake by the Pope. 500 years after they make her a saint. That is Joan of Arc, you know. Noah's wife, them said. Most people believe that. Say Joan of Arc was Noah's wife. Just because she named Ark. Most people in America believe, say, them are going to say the rapture, the return of Christ in a for them lifetime. And if you ever hear when the parts them attack, them say soon and very soon. This, that, and this and that. You know, land them say soon and very soon, that's that. Eh? Before them born and them mother and grandmother born. It's like when you read in the Bible where it say, I can't have the topic, you know, but that's how this program stay. Anything come on my mind. It's like, in the time, Jesus Christ, in a part of the Bible, Jesus Christ say, and many who stand in here shall not see death until the Son of God appear. And people are say, you know, you say, and many shall not see that. They might talk about them, you know. They might look on the point of view of the reader and not the person who has said it. So if I stand up in front of some people and say, you see the whole on here, so the whole on are dead, you know. 500 years time, I know the people them I read it, me attack, are the people them who stand up in front of me. So when Jesus said there are many here that shall not see death, all of them people they're dead. None of them people that will stand up in front of him and live. So all you are come read this story now. You are reading and not take it like say, yeah, I mean my talk. There are many years shall that. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Tune. Come in. Brand new. Anyway, here we are saying so now. We are called upon. I just remember. Samantha was supposed to remind about it and I don't remember. The mayor of St. Anne, Mr. Bell Davis, give me a message to give you now. And this is a serious thing because really and truly. Him say that some scoundrels them put the things them on the road to put the plant them in night and some scoundrels go in there and screw them out and I thief them and them also thief the light them on the road. This is not good. The man is trying his best to please the tourists and only making him work going vain. That man like me now start cuss him again. And I really don't want to cuss him. Why somebody would have, it's like the highway going on Mandela highway there so now. Some man go up there go thief the battery them out of the solar system light there. Why people, I mean really, they might try best to beautify the place. And the man them make the thing miserable. It's like him not try. And it's like nobody now see when it happen. How come nobody knows? Is that street, you know? We're busy.
After hours, you have a
what you call after hours? Look here, after hours, me see whole heap of lady after night stand up down there.
But you not see cook at them.
I eat, you know, I eat down at Ochi, so I tell you I eat at Ochi. I'm mad. And it happened to me already, you know. I go in the supermarket, you know, and I say, why I'm out there? You know, I say, I have some medicine you have to buy, you know. We call it black. And I show you prescription, you know. And me, you know, like an idiot, which I realized I was an idiot. I give him my money, you know. You see when I drive, come and I come back round, long after, I come back round. I see the brethren, I say, brethren, what you deal with? You know, buy the prescription. The brother is as charged up as ever. Him say, yeah, I know you give me the money, and I'm no, you see that now? make me no want to get no man in a Ochi. No money again, you know. You do nothing. I may take a chance that day, you know. Last week, I take a chance, you know. I bring sit down near the supermarket, you know. And I give him money, you know. Him say, he want to buy some biscuit and this and that. I say, all right. I give him money, you know. And I give him the money. Him say that can't buy where he want to buy. I give him $100. A biscuit him say he want to buy, you know. Him say that can't buy where he want to buy. So I call him back now. Call me, I said, no, sir. Suppose this man really want the thing now, and him call back and I give him $500. I don't want a man to me I thought this him come back out and say, I beg me no money. And now I go to none. Yeah. Him take it in and him walk in the supermarket. And mine I tell myself, if you watch him, you know, but I said, sure, that I really gone to the extreme now. You see. But here you know. You have some youth in a Ochia, you know. I take coke. You understand? And I beg on the road, you know. And take your good money where you earn. If you go buy coke with it, you know. You see true that now? I kind of feel skeptical for evil give anyone anything when I sit on the road. I feel skeptical about it. And every evening when I drive, I see some man on the highway, so a string of man like a town, me they know, you know. It's like a town now where I drive a watch, you know. I say, wait, a migrate come along here, how that work out? Because how them reach on the highway for reach down here, you know. It's like Fraser. We walk on the highway, I come along here and I walk out back. But me nah give no man when I sit on the roadside, no money in a Ochi. Because them sell me, them gone, make me gone wide and make my heart get hard for them. You understand? I mean, no business if a man wants to say, yeah man, you see you, shoot up a road that talk about black people, this and black people, that yes, me not giving them nothing. Because when it's scam and general, I can't earn my things and then I give man it and I tell me about him I go buy food and then I cook him go buy with the money. A joke business. Joke business. You have a place where you can go in a Ochi, in a St. Anya, go get food. Me hear see Fraser for dip out himself for that coming. You miss one of the program them, give thanks. I'm glad say never come. Yes. The mayor say you have place for feed. You know about it, Shamara? You know about the place where them have where feed the homeless. Boxfield it there. Me I ask you for go on a Boxfield. The mayor talk about him have place around there where feed. You hear that phrase that you can go on a Boxfield. Go on a Boxfield. If you want some food and all them something there. You understand? Don't come beg me no money. I'm not giving you. No, not you, not you. Him well did I come in here, you know. Well did I come in here, right? Well did I suppose you there, who win the match? Who win the match? They ask you who win the match.
Well, we're not going to the match yet.
We? This is my program.
If me or walk out hungry and see you make you not give me?
No, oh you?
Yeah.
On the highway, you know, me not give you.
But if you see me walking and watch and make you beg you to give me?
Yeah. Yeah, but not on the highway.
No further questions.
Yeah. You saw your belly full quick? Your belly easy for full, you know. Yes. It's really a serious thing and it's a deterrent for me personally. You know, if you know so why right now you give man money and they might take your money and buy coke Rasta. And I want to tell you, you know, you have some man knows you coke them go buy, you know, and them not stop me, you know. And when them gone, I say, Muta, you can't give them man your money, I quote them gone go buy. Then you know that to right that you let me set up so I give the man money and people rob you. You know see? You know, it's like, wow, you know. If you know to the man I go buy coke, and make me get the man the money. Anyway, me just I say that because it's a by the way thing. I realize that it's really nothing I watch it. And you have feeding place. It's not many places you have where feed people in a Jamaica that way there. And Bell Navis say you have place where it's a Buckfield there in a Buckfield where you can go and get a nice meal. Please go there and stop thief out the light them and the things that the man have put up in the road. I mean, me saying that now I will stop on from thief it, but I don't know how people don't see, you know. I don't know how people don't see, you know. How that possible?
3 o'clock at night.
Eh? 3 o'clock a morning them do that? Then if the minister, if the mayor knows say at night time them a do it, him no can just set them up Rasta. See the police place does long so. Them do going up when them call car, unmarked car. Them police don't know if to manage people things, you know. The police station locked 10 o'clock. So if them catch a man and shoot him, where them carry the man there? Them carry the guy in yard. The police carry the yard. Say, you are stay in my yard with my wife until tomorrow, you know. Eh? And if it's a weekend, you stay in my yard with my wife and I pity them until Monday. Eh? No, man, it's terrible, man. But Mr. Bell Nevis, may I ask you something right because you tell me that you stand up in front of my good friend. Samantha, I'm going to say Samantha. Samantha, you hear me talk about where the Bell Nevis tell me? Yeah, she can confirm what I say. Drop in center. What do you mean drop in center? Oh, that drop in center. Okay. Opens in Ocho. The country's first government operated drop-in center as opening Buckfield, Ocho. The center will cater to the needs of the homeless and less fortunate by providing cooked meals, a place to shower and change clothes and to receive medication. The brethren were out of the thing there, maybe you never know about it. The brethren were sitting in front of the supermarket saying have medication and all them. This is the place you should go. You can't say never hear it now. When I see you again, don't ask me for no more money. There is a place in Ocho in Buckfield that is catering for the homeless, less fortunate by providing cooked meals, a place to shower and change clothes and to receive medication. Some 25 homeless individuals in and around the area will be targeted. Mayor of St. Anne's Bay, Michael Bell Nevis, says it will cost about $50,000 weekly to operate the long-awaited drop-in center. He promised that the operations at the center will not affect the community. The construction at the center cost some $15 million. All right, so that is that. We read it, and we don't want to come make the thing go like say it now work. And make me go give Bell Nevis a bad name, because I love your bad name. You understand? Me give bad name. Make a good name too. Like Samantha, I usually call her Kim Kardashian. Anyway. Me afraid. No, you don't say me afraid. We love you very much. But I don't know why you have to have an headphone. It's time again to shake things up even more in the new year. And you could win $15,000 until February 14th. Digital customers who have downloaded the latest version of the My Digital app and purchased a plan in the last 7 days have the opportunity of winning. You could get a call from us here at IRFM between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. every weekday. But don't say hello. You must answer by saying shake to win with Digicel or Digital shake to win. And you will win $15,000. So here goes Samantha. What? No ringing? No ringing. We'll move on. Next call.
You have reached the voice.
What? Like gone to next call. What? Dead ear. How long we have to wait? That's it. A 3 call that. And nobody know answer none of them. All right. I want to suggest to the people then put in the voicemail. I'll make your voicemail say shake to win with Digicel. Yes, man. That first call then of the day that was really something else. Okay. So remember, we just call 3 call a while ago and nobody no answer. I just suggest it. I not tell nothing to do. Just put Shake to Win pan on the voicemail. That's when I read from outside. All right. So when again that when it coming on again? 5 o'clock. You mean after catch part? Yeah. Okay. So 5 o'clock again. All right. We want to remind the people them. This is a serious thing. This is they really want to give away the money, you know. Yeah, them really want to give away the money. So here one now. I tell you again. Don't matter what, anytime on the phone answer, anytime, even if it's somebody where you know want to talk to, all you have to say is Shake to Win. That's all you have to say. Just say that. So no matter who, if your mother call you, no matter make you tell you about where you shake up, just use that slogan. Don't say hello. Okay? Because it's no $15,000 could have gone and me not get no tight. Some would have prefer to win it. You understand? So, yes. Shake to Win. That is really what is going on here. And that is happening till February the 14th. I know it's soon the end of the month, so now. Really and truly, it's soon the end of the month. All right. Just declare the Corolla. Boy, every time I talk about it, it sounds like a car. The Corolla virus, a global threat. It's a global threat. Them just declare it. So, I don't know how far it's going to reach, but remember when the Ebola thing did leak and it reached in America, me remember me have malaria. Me come from Cameroon with malaria and me there in a university hospital for 7 days. And them quarantine me and go down and my yard go spray out the whole yard. Because them things like the mosquito, my virus is a mosquito that suck on for me and suck on for somebody in my yard. But it's not a nice thing when you have these mosquito feeling. But the problem with it, you know, is that all of these mosquito disease attacks your immune system. And we will find that most of our immune system is not up to par. Our immune system has broken down because of certain things, the condition that your body is in. You know, so it's really weird that all of them mosquito, them have the same symptoms. Isn't it ironical? Every time you hear them say your nose run, your belly hurt, your backache and all these things. I have backache whether I have mosquito bite me or not. You know the way that is, so it go. Hello. So shall I have true, so that I go like on the phone, shall I have after. I mean shall I have after, you know. All right. Now I have backache whether I get mosquito bite. I mean I tell you say Herbie Miller, I know say Herbie Miller have backache whether mosquito bite him or not. Oh you know Herbie?
But mosquito never bite me yet.
Mosquito never bite you? You need to go to doctor then, man.
Yes, Muta.
How you doing, man? You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you better now.
No, I just say, how you do?
Well, I'm good, you know. I forgive thanks we have known it, the time we have known it worse, you know, life go, brethren.
Yeah. A long time I don't see you, though. You never ever come on my birthday. You don't come on my birthday party, true.
Then I not see you then?
Hey, you can't walk again. You come when it's done.
I come when it's done to you know, my situation.
For sure, say you come, you just want to show me, say, see, there I come, you know, so you can't say I never come.
Well, you know, say, I really have to come show my face still, don't care what.
Yeah, but I never want to see your face.
I know you want to see my drop legs.
Anyway, give thanks. Tell me something. The month, you have something down Duke Street the other day, where you block up the road and...
Yes. It was called Jazz on the Duke.
Oh, so you have anything like that to go on for the reggae month?
Yes, man. Of course, you know we have Ground Nation every year.
Same Duke Street?
No, East Street, no.
Oh, you can't go East Street?
Hello, we have to control downtown culturally, you know, brethren. So
yeah, me know, but me just want to find out if is in the institute you keep it or is on the road?
No, in the institute I keep the
Oh, in the theater. In the theater.
In the theater, right when you come participate.
Yeah, man, I come there, yeah, Diamonds and everybody live down there the time.
Set speed. Speed.
Alright, so this is a next version of it again. This is the
this is the 9th year of it in the motor.
Yes.
It's every February, Black History Reggae Month.
Yes.
So this is the 9th year.
Okay. Alright, so I see you have a thing named Groundation you keep March 1st.
Well, alright.
February the 9th and March 1st.
That used to be the first Sunday of February to the last Sunday of February, which is 4 Sundays. I have pushed back the opening of Ground Nation this year because you in particular and your colleagues and your audience are all invited. All roads lead to the National Gallery of Jamaica, Orange Street and Ocean Boulevard. This Sunday at 2 p.m. So like all-time dance, not true? Where Jamaica, an exhibition showing Jamaica's music conquered the world will be opened. That's this Sunday, National Gallery, Jamaica, the exhibition. How Jamaica's music conquered the world.
Okay.
And it's a huge exhibition. All are invited. It starts at doors at 11 a.m. So you have ample time to look at the entire exhibit. And the officiating starts at about 2 o'clock thereabout.
Okay.
All right? So that's very important. The 3 curators are Sebastien Carolil. He's the Frenchman who first initiated this in Paris, France.
Yes.
Then it went to Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yes, I remember.
Kingston, Jamaica,
I
where
remember.
we have added Anil Lawrence. He's the senior curator at the National Gallery, and myself, who have been involved with it from the very onset.
Okay. All right.
Prepare yourselves to see instruments played by masters from the Mentor times through ska right up to today.
Make I ask you something.
What made the sound that made us conquer the world.
Make I ask you something. There was a little controversy over Deadly saxophone. You know anything what have become of it?
His daughter has it.
Okay.
Or had it.
Yeah.
I don't know what has become of it.
Yeah.
But she had it or has it. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay.
And by the way, just for clarity, it was a brand new Selmer alto saxophone.
Yeah.
Shine and pretty. It's not the saxophone that play the solo on dancing mode or dancing shows. Remember them solo?
I know them to remember them, man.
It's not that one. That one, I don't know what he did with it.
Yeah.
So it's not the deadly headless alto. It's deadly headless alto.
So you say his daughter have it?
His daughter, yes.
Okay, so don't forget to contribute it to the museum, man.
Muta, unlike you and Sly and Robbie, Augustus, Pablo, among many others, members of the Scatolites who have, in fact, donated important things. Some people hold on to things. Some people are in need of money, so they rather sell it to Japan or someplace else like that.
Yeah.
And some people just want to lock it up inside under the bed in the wardrobe. Nobody ever sees it.
Yeah.
My thing is, we at the Jamaican Music Museum, we hardly have any money to do anything. But so many from the music industry has stepped up and said, look, we like what we're doing, what you're doing. We want a museum, and they have contributed in many, many ways.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, I'm not upset at anybody who can't. Some people simply can't. They have to sell that and go eat a food, brethren.
Yeah. All right.
So
I can say it now. Ground Nation 2020, date Sunday, February 9th to Sunday, March 1st.
Until Sunday, the 1st of March.
The second at 2 p.m. venue lecture hall, Institute of Jamaica. 10 to 16 East Street, Princeton.
You know what the title is this year, Muta?
Eh?
What's the title for this year's donation?
The Blackhead Chinaman. The Chinese contribution to Jamaican popular music. But we all know that the Blackhead Chinaman is a name of a song.
Yes.
Where Derek Harriet, you know, Derek Morgan and Prince Buster did have them little vibes.
Long before Ninja and
you
friends
said
started.
it. I am a blazing fire.
So the whole idea behind that, in seriousness though, is the role played by the Chinese community in the development of Jamaican popular music.
Okay.
Way back in the 50s, on Church Street was a place called Chin's Radio Service. Mr. Chin produced some of the greatest mental music we ever heard.
I remember.
Music by Alice Badassi and Danny Williams.
I interviewed him from Canada about 20 years ago.
Oh, that's, I missed what you said.
Me interview him on Continent about 20 years ago.
In Canada. Yes, about 20 years ago. He has since passed. But yes. So it's a Chinaman behind our music. Yeah. Then you have Beverly's.
Beverly's up on North Street, that's on Orange Street.
You know it. Then you have Justin Yap, Top Deck, who produced some wicked Dan Drummond and Scatterlights and Jackie Opel. Then you have people like, of course, Byron Lee and the Jaggoneers and Dynamic Sounds and Lee's Enterprise, all of his business stuff. Not to leave out the great Channel One, who redefined Jamaican popular music in the 1970s with the Revolutionaries band. When Joseph Jojo Hookem would give us those albums like those songs like MPLA, Angola, and stuff like that. He was the militant one. Same brother Ernest tell me.
Okay.
Says him come up with them vibes. Among so many others, Randy's, who got turned into VP.
VP now.
Which is today the largest independent distributor there is.
Yeah. Them operating out of Queens.
In Queens, New York. Yeah. So it's a story that ought to be told. Yeah. And I find it amazing that, for example, something you and I totally relate to, the Southwest Africa liberation struggle with the MPLAs against UNITA and the apartheid regime.
Yes.
That some Chinese would reflect that concept in music they produce, genuinely supporting the struggle as well. You know, so these are important things when we look at our multicultural culture that we call out of many one people, but sometimes it not really look like it so. However, at best, it is represented by this Chinese community.
Okay.
So the first Sunday, I will do an overview of the Chinese impact in Jamaican culture. We will have a band called the Blackhead China Band.
So we all of the Sunday them from the 9th to the March is the same team, go right cross Blackhead Chinaman.
Blackhead Chinaman, that's the overarching theme.
So a different aspect of the Chinese participation in a reggae then?
Eh?
4 weeks is just showing you the different participation of the Chinese.
For them, so we can't do all of them one Sunday.
No, me know, but me just say the different, the 4 Sundays I think is 4 Sunday. It going to feature a different aspect of the Chinese participation in the music.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
It was like with the Dan Drummer with the 4 Sundays are done.
Yeah,
everything we do, the 4 Sundays is about the topic itself, with subtopics looking at different areas of how they, or different individuals and so on, and how they participate.
All right, so we want to remind the people them that this is taking place at the Lecture Hall
Institute of Jamaica.
Institute of Jamaica.
The
10 to 16
installment is Sunday the 9th, the rest of Sundays of February, and the last one is the first Sunday in March. It's free to the public. There's always refreshments and snacks. Good argument that includes the audience as well. We want them to participate because, as you know, Muta, some man in the audience knows something that teach us a lot. Yeah. And then a live performance with the bands and the Chinese participants and the Chinese colors such as Wayne Chen and Wayne Chen and his friend Kevin O'Brien Chang, the Revolutionary Band, among many others.
Yes.
Derek Morgan, of course, him called me the other day and said the original Blackhead Chinaman, this, you know.
Yeah.
So,
all right, you know, we have to move, you know, Herbie. We have to move.
Love my brethren.
But me can ask you a question. You hear me play a Dennis Brown tune a while ago? Bobby Sacks to Stockings?
No.
You never hear it?
It's from Bobby Sacks to Stockings?
Dennis Brown have a new tune.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, man, him just make it the other day.
What's Dennis Brown?
How much Dennis Brown you know? Dennis Brown, her birthday will come up tomorrow. When? The 1st?
So him just make it the other day?
Yeah.
You see the good thing about me, you know.
Science and technology is wonderful.
Is that we can see, sound, and hear images. We talk with spirits. You're our virgin.
How are you listen to it though, you know? That was our next winner from the Digicel Shake to Win giveaway promotion. Congratulations to that lady. And also the man who get $1,000 credit, you understand? So are we that for the day, you know? We are turning it over to DJ Wayne. We are DJ Wayne. You know, I tell you something. I don't find it funny when I do it, you know. But you see, when I drive, I hear somebody else I do it. It's funny, man. When I drive, whatever I hear sunshine, I do it, you know. And I say, well, this is funny. Because all I tell people, them say, those that shake to you, and I remember, say, them not hear you. You know, see it. Anyway. Okay. So now, we did start up this African name for today's children. But last week we never do it because of the interview with the commissioner of police. For those of you who never hear the commissioner of police interview, you can go back on our IRFM Facebook page and see the whole thing. You can go back on you can go back on YouTube too. YouTube and see the whole interview on the Steppin razor. Okay, so we're not going to play the tune, but it will take too long to find. You know, we should have find it a long time. We want to start with the boy's name. Abimbola. 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 It means rich child. This is boy's name. Abimbola. Abimbola means rich child. Akuchi. 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 Akuchi means God is rich. Ade. Ade means royal. And one Nigerian, great Nigerian artist named Sonny Ade. Ade, A-D-E, Ade, means royal. Khalifa. Khalifa means holy. Holy. Khalifa. K-A-L-I-F-A. Khalifa means holy. So we have Abimbola, A-B-I-M-B-O-L-A, rich child. Akuchi, A-K-U-C-H-I, God is rich. Ade, A-D-E, royal. And Khalifa, K-A-L-I-F-A, means holy. That is the boy's name. 4 name, okay. So we're giving 4 girls' name now. Adana. A-D-A-N-N-A, Adana. Her father's daughter. I know a Nigerian name, so too, you know, Adana. Her father's daughter, A-D-A-N-N-A. Imani. Imani. I-M-A-N-I. Imani means faith, F-A-I-T-H, faith. Imani. Aisha. Aisha. Sorry, Aisha. A-I-S-H-A. A-I-S-H-A means lively woman. Aisha. Lively woman. Amina. Amina. A-M-I-N-A. Amina. Amina means trustworthy. Nice name. I know Amina makes Blackwood too. Why heal her up? A-M-I-N-A. Amina means trustworthy. So we have Adana. A-D-A-N-N-A. Her father's daughter. Imani. I-M-A-N-I means faith. Aisha. A-I-S-H-A. Aisha means lively woman. And Amina, A-M-I-N-A, means trustworthy. These are the names for today. African names for today's children. For those of you expecting, for those of you who even want to have a name for yourself too. Why not? Let me hear that. Because we have been walking around with these names all the while. Some of them don't understand what they mean. But in reflecting our culture and our heritage, it's good to give your child an African name. We should make it just a thing to do. Yes, it's good. It's just a thing to do. I mean, it was normal for me when we have my first child to just find a name, girl. And it wasn't a name from the television, from Hollywood. You know, a whole heap of Jamaican people name them pick me off for somebody off a television. You know, it's time we stop that. Or the Bible, yes. You name you pick me off a Bible? Him. Peter no pick me. Peter? Oh, trim name Peter? No, Peter could have been the pumpkin eater too. That never in the Bible. But it is very important. I mean, you might not see it as important. Meaning, say no, boy, right now, it not going to affect the price of gas. But some things is culturally right to do. And to give your child an African name and know the meaning of the name. Because a lot of them names, they have some, as you can hear, the meaning is like faithful and child of God and all these names. Your child grow up and hear the name there. She not going to say the name as somebody say, she say, I know what my name means, so don't disrespect me. You know, my mother give me this name and my father give me this name because him see that personality in me. Very important if you don't look that way. But because Jews give them children Jewish names. White people give them child European names. Chinese give them child Chinese name. African people give them child white name, Chinese name, Jewish name, all sorts of name. And we don't want to give the children them African name. That's crazy. It's crazy. People, the first time when I come on the radio and say my name Mutabaruka, people ridicule it. I have name Mutabaruka, Buku Baka Buku, and all these. What Mukububuko and them knows what to say, you know. Maybe children never hear it regular, but we have to get into that. We have to get into appreciating not only European things, but African things. Because African history is a glorious history. Long before Europeans got here, Africans was in Africa doing what them doing. We were surviving. We actually invented things and built things. And at the first university. Can you imagine that? Who would have known that Africa had the first university? Who would know that the same Pythagoras theorem that they talk about? Is Africa I'm get it from? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Is Africa I'm get it from? People want to believe that nothing good not come out of Africa and appear bongo. You serious? That not easy. Appear bongo come from Africa, but it's not true. Because we know about Africa between the time them take we out there and carry come over here. So people have this feeling that you have people who actually express it. Black people I say, it's a lucky thing white people in slavery as well, they are Jamaica they are Africa run up and down in a jungle, like wild people. I mean, no, me I tell you, if somebody say that them should have, if there's a hell, them should have go there immediately. That for sure the ignorant, and it's not people who you that look at and say, them people there. It's some educated people, you know, I say, yeah man, if them never take we out to Africa, would have they run up and down naked and run up and down and all them really, like wild people. That is the impression where them give away. And now that we know, because if we had known what we know now then, it would have been a different scenario, different totally. What we know now, if we didn't know then, it would have totally make a difference. But now that we know, and we can't, so we don't know, we need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative, no matter what. If it's even if you reflect your name or your child name, that your child grew up with that name. Very important. And it may look simple, but it's the simplest things them is the most profound things. Philosophy and psychology come out of simplicity. And you look at nature, nature is very simple. It's not complicated. You see, it's not complicated. And we have to really honor our ancestors by not relinquishing our ancestral past and legacy. Click it. Yes. So we will say this already, but we're going to say it again. An outbreak sparked by a new virus in China. Why them keep saying new virus? Why them say new virus? Anyway, an outbreak sparked by a new virus in China that has been exported to more than a dozen countries was declared a global emergency by the World Health Organization on Thursday, which is today, after the number of cases spiked tenfold in a week. The UN Health Agency defines an international emergency as an extraordinary event that constitutes a risk to other countries and requires a coordinated international response. China first informed WHO about cases of the new virus in late December to date. China has reported more than 7,800 cases, including 170 deaths. There are more than 170 deaths, I tell you that. So them keep saying it's a new virus. I don't know. Anyway, we hear that. And you see, it's a weird thing how them treat the Ebola thing. You know, say when the Ebola thing is coming out, them they set up a place out at the airport. Where enter you come off, and if you sneeze or if you look funny, them carry in another room there. I wonder why them don't do that. But you can't talk about embarrass China people, you know. This is a serious thing. I wonder why them don't set up something out at the airport, because now it's not only China you cannot come from and have it, you know. You cannot come from America and have it. That's why I say these people, it's some serious, you can't trust these politicians. I mean, that's a Jamaican politician now, you know. Because from December, you know what people left China and gone all over the world. You know what people left China and gone all over the world from Christmas, December, years so gone. We're going to have trouble with it and that shake up people on. And now we don't know what to do. We are run like chicken when we have no whatsoever. I hope the minister and the Ministry of Health realize now that it is seen as a global event, extra precautionary measures have to be taken. And you can't just say, you can't just tap a man and say, him look like a Chinese. You're going to say, him going to have it. Because you have, for instance, Jamaican people, they are China. Students here in China want to come home now. And you have people who travel to travel to America, especially America, where they left there from before it blew up. Them say it takes about 14 days, like every other disease when we know, we attack the immune system. Every one of them mosquito diseases, malaria, take that 10 time there. When me have malaria, the amount of place me go before me realize it. Yeah, man. Me go in a Cameroon and me never know say me have malaria. And me end up in Colombia. And in a Colombia, me feel it, you know. And that me I say, well, I come like me I come down with cold or something. But me never have no cold still. And me have malaria. I never know, you know. And me end up from Colombia. Me come home back and me go to San Francisco. This when me up on the plane, Rasta. The people, them, you know, the blanket, them throw the blanket for me. Just when them take off the blanket off of me, it come like a shower curtain. You see, when I reach, I'm do something I just tell you, there's a festival I do, you know, I do it, you know. You see, I go back at the hotel room, I peer towel, I throw over me and I ring off, you know. You see, I come home back, I'm reaching at the airport, you know. I just lay down on the ground, you know. Because I wait for the plane, I just lay down on the ground. You see, when I reach at my yard, as me reach at the door, so me lay down at the door. And Jackie said, no, we have to go to hospital with you. And when me reach, she carry me go to St. Andrew Hospital. Pee-wee, the doctor, because people now start here to me in the hospital now. Pee-wee come down there and say, no, you have to go to university, 107 degrees. Ambulance come for me, boom, wow, God. At 7 days me in the hospital. 7 days. So you see the mosquito thing there? All of them have the same effect on you. All of them. Dengue, chick V, gonorrhea, whatever them call. Chicken, what kind of foolish name that chicken gonorrhea? Them not respect chicken. Because they don't respect chicken, you know that's that. You know, it's like all of them diseases have the same effect on you. So right now, if you feel say, and the weirdest thing about it, you know, somebody could have go with somebody could have feel say them have dengue now. And I know dengue, you know. But when them go to doctor, them say, oh, it's dengue, you know, all right, take this, take that. And now check say, it's the Corolla virus. See? Oh, we're going to differentiate that. Because all of them have the same symptoms. All of them. It affects the immune system. All of them affect the immune system. And Jamaican people don't know nothing about immune system. And how to deal with, retaliate against them something there. See? Because we just, it no matter to way. So you find your nose a run, and you find your cough, and you don't know why you cough more than say, boy, I wonder if a cold me have. And you know, say there's no cure for no common cold neither. That means it's something else a go on, you know, where you are think say, oh, I just cold. It's something else a go on to your body, you know. Cool and not just cold, so you know. You have mucus in you, we have farm up in you, and whole heap of mucus in you break down your immune system. You didn't know that? So a whole heap of cold in your system is because of your mucus you have in you. So when you hear somebody blow them nose and arc and spit and all them something, the mucus are developing at them. You go to the doctor now, them just say, oh, you have cold, take a Panadol or something like that and you're gone. But you don't know now. Because we have dengue for work with. We have chick V for work with. We have now Corolla virus to work with. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? These people is creating some serious monstrosity. Some monstrous thing that go on in some little lab around the place. America, China, Germany, Australia, all them little place there. People actually sit down and manipulate nature. manipulate nature. Just like how the guy did make the virus that attack only black people. People you hear that them and say, what kind of foolishness that Muta talk about they make virus? Yes. The doctor of death, go read about it. Go read about the doctor of death in South Africa and get up in the courthouse and admit it because they have truth and reconciliation. Bishop Tutu come up with his truth and reconciliation thing. And the doctor of death get up in the court and say, yes, he was responsible. And he show them about the viruses where they create and the anthrax where they put in the ANC t-shirt them. And them create this virus. Why you feel say you have disease where attack black people more than white people, you know? People that talk about black and white don't make no difference. A foolishness in attack. Foolishness you talk about, we say, why no difference if you're black or you're white and thing. You have disease where affect black people more than white people. And one of them is where we call now, See, not, where the one where man always have? Jamaican man have it the most, man. Something another cancer. Prostate cancer. A serious thing that, you know. And mostly black people get prostate cancer, you know. And you have cancer where mostly black woman get it. There is attack on the man and woman, the black man and the black woman. People don't want to admit them something else. Them say, you're in a conspiracy theory. But it can be proven. You have President said, South Africa is a good example of that. There's an experiment in the Tuskegee experiment. Go up on your Google and Google the Tuskegee experiment. What was the Tuskegee experiment? The Tuskegee experiment was doctors inject syphilis in a 300 male to find out the effect what it have on them. 300 black man, them injected. And this experiment was going on for years. And it's a nurse in a Tuskegee find out said this is go on and bust the case. Years after, Clinton apologized for it, the Tuskegee experiment. Them put virus in a rat. And some terrible people, them, you know, them put virus in rat in order to say how it's going to affect people. But they're going to use black people as the guinea pig. Then put the virus in the rat and let it go into the black communities. What I say, I know me that said this, you know, it can be, it did there, the papers them for sure that say, for find out the experiment, them experiment now to say how the virus going to affect black people. Because them now do that to the white communities. Them bring a thing named AIDS. And when it did just come out, them say, is the African them that eat the green monkey. African and yam the monkey there for centuries, past centuries, and them never, just like how people are saying now, the reason why this corona disease come up is because the Chinese them and yam snake and all that. It's lie. It's not because of Chinese and yam snake. And that is that thinking them why you think now, say. I mean, Chinese eat things where we wouldn't eat still, you know, but then now we are eat things where Europeans only eat. You understand? It's all a matter of culture and how you brought up. You have people who don't yam pork. I'm not ready to that talk. If you yam pork, you can't yam any meat. The Chinese, them, it's not because them and yam snake why the disease they're there. And it's not because them and yam rat bat why they're there. Because you already know about that long time. Just like how them bring up this AIDS thing and I tell you, say, why right now, it's because the African, them, they don't yam green monkey. And when them say that now working, you know what them say? Is the Cuban them carry it go to Africa. And them try to find the Cuban and the Asian them, you know, if you say, yeah, that it spread because this and that. Then way down the line now, them say it's a homosexuality, it's a homosexual disease. And them now do not about it, you know, because them realize it's mostly in the black communities, it'll take all. until a guy, an actor named Rock Hudson. Most of them never know him, Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was a famous so-called, was like the darling of Hollywood. And him got dead from AIDS. And then he got realize that him was homosexual. And them say, oh, so it's a homosexual thing I go on. And it's not a homosexual disease. It's not a homosexual disease. It wasn't created because a man is a homosexual. Now, and we know say young don't like you, that I tell you. AIDS was not because two men are laid down why that happened. Because man are laid down with man for years, for centuries, and it never did there. It never did there. Nobody never talk about no AIDS when me did I grow up as a little picnic. And me used to follow news like, wow. It's not a homosexual disease. But it go on that side, you know, because of how the trend that go. It's a trend, you know. The trend, you have to be watching this thing. It's them create it. Them create it. Them create all of them things that we see are going laboratory, them experiment in a laboratory, and some of them escape, some of them deliberate. Some of them are do it and it escape, some of them deliberately and it get out there. Then they appear Ebola we are here about. All of us, you know about. You remember mad cow disease? You know what causes mad cow disease? Them are feed the cow them with cow. Cow is vegetarian, you know. Cow is vegetarian, and you have feed animal that is vegetarian. Animal, which is for them species. Then you know eat man. If a man give you man and use a land, you know mad, you go get mad. You go mad till you want to chop him up. The cow them can't chop up nobody. And then now some of them disease there, where them make happen, it jump species. It start to jump like what they must say now. They must say the coronavirus jump from animal, jump to man. And that did a long time. A long time, and now they must say it's a new virus. And then now them say no, it's what? Is a strain. You think so them easy? Them not easy. Click the button.